Breaking headlines, ladies and gentlemen. A radioactive object has been discovered in Antarctica, and it's melting the ice at an unprecedented pace. Scientists are going, "Whoa, Joe, what's going on?" Well, the official story is radioactive rocks. Yeah, that's right. Radioactive rocks now, ladies and gentlemen. They're all over the place, totally normal. And you can read all about it at Science Alert. A hidden radioactive heat source seems to be melting East Antarctica from below. I'm going to show you the research essay in just a moment, but I also want to share with you another article from Science Alert. Breaking. Antarctica has lost 3 trillion tons of ice since 1992, and it's speeding up. Well, thank goodness for preparewithleakproject.com. I just ordered myself another 92 meows. Oh yeah, that's what I like to call them. Check it out. Limited time, $75. $75, 2 weeks worth of food, 1,500 plus calories a day with 92 servings. Breakfast, lunches, dinners, all the good stuff. It tastes good, it's nutritious, and it's got a 25-year shelf life. Pretty cool. So don't be scared when you can be prepared. Go to preparewithleakproject.com. You can even get organic seeds, water filtration systems, and it comes in this really cool plastic tote. Yeah. So, all right. Now, check this out, will you? This is the research essay. This is the research essay that shows the anomaly. And could this actually be from an underground base? Could there be an underground base out there that has a radioactive leak from a nuclear, there's maybe their nuclear meltdown or some type of failure? You know, they couldn't keep the cooling systems set properly and it just got a little too hot, a little too quick, and it went boom. And now it's causing the ice sheets to melt. Now, we also know about the 90-plus volcanoes that were discovered last year. And that brings the toll up to over 130, so I think it's 138 now. Don't quote me on that. But check this out. As you can see here, I'm going to zoom in on this for you. This is the area right here. I'm saying, what's causing it? It's melting at an unprecedented pace, and they say it's radioactive rocks. So, not a volcano, but radioactive rocks. And what about Edgar Cayce? Edgar Cayce was coming out with his prophecies, or when I don't even want to say prophecies. Edgar Cayce was an anomaly, was an enigma. He would go into these trance-like states and tap into the Akashic records and bring stuff back that he had no way of knowing because he never went to school and got an education in many of the aspects of reality that he brought to the table with his readings of the Akashic records. So he talked about how Antarctica would show signs with volcanoes of a impending near global reset, major catastrophes. It's a lot of volcanoes out there. Now, if the ice sheets melt in Antarctica, they're going to freeze somewhere else. There's going to be checks and balances that keep things in play. So I think that this is just a very interesting anomaly when scientists are saying, yeah, you know, we found this radioactive hotspot in Antarctica, and the only way we can describe it is right now, or one of the only ways we're going to describe it right now, is radioactive rocks. Geothermal flux capacitor that was built as a time machine for President Trump because his nuclear uncle was friends with Tesla, and they got the blueprints on the hourglass machine, and they have developed it into a fine-tuned matrix generator. And I just added all that stuff extra sarcastically because, I mean, it's about as plausible as radioactive rocks in my opinion. But I'm just saying, this is a whole other level of swamp gas. This is a whole other level of swamp gas. Now let me just share with you a little bit here. Let me go ahead and share with you a little bit of information now. You can see the Pensacola Pole Basin. It's southeast of there. Scroll here on the other map, just to give you a perspective here. So, ice in this area appears to be melting from the bottom up, according to radar readings taken by aircraft flying over the frozen continent. This radar is able to penetrate through 3 kilometers, almost 2 miles of ice. And then that way it will map underneath the ice, showing this, what you're looking at here. The team of experts think radioactive rocks and hot water sprouting from inside Earth's crust is contributing to this additional melt. So the team of experts think that radioactive rocks and hot water sprouting or spurting from inside Earth's crust is contributing to the additional melt. Now, this is based on observations that are taken at about 470 miles inland from the shore. Read all about it at sciencealert.com. A mysterious geothermal heat source is melting Antarctica from below. Then, the next article, Antarctica has lost 3 trillion tons of ice since 92, and it's speeding up. The most complete analysis to date, measuring ice sheet changes in Antarctica, shows that the Earth's southernmost continent has lost some 3 trillion tons of ice over the past quarter century. All right. A collective effort by over 80 scientists across the world used satellite data to determine estimates of ice sheet mass balance between 92 and 2017. And this shows that ultimately global sea levels have increased by 7.6 millimeters over that period of time. So, what do you have to say about that? Swamp gas, highly concentrated stuff, right? Now, I want to show you this other article here. This is a research essay showing the new collection of volcanoes that were discovered last year in Antarctica. And it's called A New Volcanic Province Inventory of Subglacial Volcanoes in West Antarctica. So you scroll down here, and it's going to show you the map. You can see here the new locations, and then it's going to give you a comparison with Africa, with the volcanic hotspot out there. And they're saying that they think there's more volcanoes in Antarctica than anywhere in the world now. So more technologies, more doom. For example, we've got satellites in space now that are picking up new asteroids, comets, centaurs, planets, trans-Neptunian objects, Kuiper Belt objects, etc. It's like every day they add to the database. So to say now that extraterrestrial life doesn't exist because we can't find it, and it should be abundant, well, it probably is abundant. We just don't have the technology to see it yet. And when we do, it's like, oh, no, that was swamp gas. Oh, no. Like, for example, if you listen to the video that I did recently where I shared the audio of these air traffic controllers that were picking up on multiple bogies coming in at several Machs. It's like Mach 2 or Mach 3 or something like that, and they couldn't say what it was, and then it just went off the radar. Well, the official story was they were picking up space dust. Yeah, space dust. Little space dust flying in. That was what the radar was picking up, space dust. So it's either space dust or swamp gas or a reflection from Venus. How do you know what to believe anymore when you listen to the mainstream brain drain media? Unless you do the research yourself or you have a solid foundation, a solid base to get information to compare it to. If what I say resonates with you, fantastic. If what I say doesn't resonate with you, fantastic. It's up to you. So I'm just bringing the information in the way that I see fit. These are my opinions, and also based upon the data, you can come up with your own conclusion. I'll show you the data. I'll share my opinions, and if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay too. Don't worry about it. I still get all sorts of flat earth comments on the channel. I don't know why. I still get a good 10 to 100 comments a day, sometimes more than, sometimes it's even more than that, of flat earth. Oh, great podcast, but you know the earth's flat, dude. Or you suck, dude, the earth's flat. Oh, you're a gatekeeper, the earth's flat. Antarctica isn't real, the earth's flat. Antarctica's a jungle. Space is fake. If you really think that, why are you coming to this channel? I don't understand. So, maybe conspiracy, but there's a couple different kinds of conspiracies you could think of, because a lot of people think a conspiracy is something that isn't true. Well, if you look up a definition of a conspiracy is often done behind closed doors, where those that create the conspiracy give an alternative version to back up the conspiracy that they want to present you with. But the real conspiracy they don't want you to know about. Conspiracy. Nanu. Be excellent to each other, everybody. What do you think about this? What do we have coming up here? We're going to have a lot of opportunities in the future. 2030? 2025? When's it going to happen? I don't know. But I'm going to have a lot of fun this Christmas. And I just ordered a bunch more of these coins. And I use my code LEAKPROJECT because I get a $5 discount on every coin that I order with the code LEAKPROJECT. But I just ordered 5 of these coins for family members. And they're limited because they don't make them anymore. They're Morgan silver dollars that have a piece of history. And a lot of these were melted back down to use for other things. So this one's from like 1884. And you can just use the code LEAKPROJECT, get a $5 discount, get a piece of history. And it's a cool Christmas gift. Be excellent to each other. Have an amazing Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Now, I don't want to get into the whole political agenda of Thanksgiving. I look at Thanksgiving now, and I've done that before. I've looked at Thanksgiving like, oh man, look at what Thanksgiving's based upon. Well, if you want to look at the negative side of Thanksgiving, I get it. I've been there. I look at Thanksgiving now as a day of giving thanks for what I have. So thank you very much. Thank you for being the change you want to see. Thank you for watching the podcast. Thank you for hitting the share, the like, the subscribe. Thank you, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.